curious about? That's a really good
And let's
question.
draw.
What? Can you write it down, please?
Sure.
Yeah, me and
I'll
Zanny
screenshot it.
exited the forge, so we have to load in again.
That's a very good question.
So yeah, we can go down the line in Discord, starting with Estrella, I assume.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Like, they even have a few.
Well, you even
Is Estrella
alluded
gonna
to something
die?
about Estrella's future last week. So where do you think she's going to end up?
Let's see. Hopefully not dead. Broken? Let's. Really hard one. Answer. It could be eternity, but that would be Pyro.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see where she ends up. Who's next on that?
It's me, and question for sorry, the answer for that would be so what aspect of character's future? Quite obviously, what the hell is she supposed to do with Cthulhu? After summoning some form of them into the world, she probably quite excited to figure out what this could mean for her, but like according to her powers and stuff and all that stuff. I guess what she would want to know about her future is what she could possibly get out of this deal with the summoning and stuff.
Yeah, the world hasn't ended yet, so
Yet.
so far it's positive. Who's next on the line?
Hi. Probably how he got elemental powers, as in inherited or inherited by blood, or inherited by it during his life, and probably what Shiva wants with him, because I don't think that's a coincidence, or I don't think they're independent cases.
Yes, everything is connected. What about Jerry?
Yeah. Most curious about he's forgot the word for it. Yeah, he's Kami. He's worshiping, gave him a mission, and he's not sure if he can follow it. So he's not really sure what's going to happen if he doesn't. Very uncertain about what's going to be.
Oh, lots of uncertainties in the group. What about Sakura?
Hmm. Well, I mean, she's like 16. She's not sure about everything. She's just unsure about the future. Probably as most 16-year-old do with your life. Wait, no, fuck, she's a samurai. Sorry. The question. What's the question? Am I lagging again?
Sounds like
Yeah.
Sakura's been dipping into that time magic to
Yeah.
find out the answer. Yeah, imagine being 16 and being able to actually look into the future, how that would affect things. It's a terrible thing to have. What about Zeta?
One aspect probably family. He would like to know if he would be able to go back to his village and just have a peaceful time, because he presents a lot of value in the family. He would probably like to know that.
Well, maybe we will have some answers to those soon enough. As last time, it was a hard-fought battle for our heroes as they made their way deeper into the maze and discovered the many-headed Yokaidra. Elias was cornered as Jerry rushed the creature with Estrella close behind, and Sakura meanwhile was caught between two heads and struggling to make an escape into the air as they attacked. Z was pulling out all the stops due to the silence spell limiting everybody's casting, or so it seemed, until Elias raised his hands and sent a ray of frost into the Yokaidra, much to everyone's surprise. Unfortunately, the Yokaidra not only had a small army of heads to fight with, but also seemed to have control over the giant sacred monk statues dotted around the maze. The combination of these allowed it to inflict serious damage on the party, nearly even killing Estrella. But Elias, in an attempt to escape the immediate danger and provide cover for his party, exploded into a cloud of smoke, and the smoke bomb unfortunately didn't seem to affect the creature's sight, however, due to its lack of eyes and tremor sense. But that was when the cloud began to crackle with lightning and turn into a raging storm within the tree. Emerging from the smoke, a gargantuan creature flashed into being as Estrella assumed her Zenogre form. And around that time, the walls of the maze also seemed to come alive, not just with hands and flesh like he'd seen before, but with twisted vines and undergrowth fighting back against the heads. This was thanks to Sakura, who, after nearly getting killed by the two heads beneath her, was able to take control of the entire maze and assume a kind of dryad form as she stepped into the wall of the maze and out of another, right behind Jerry and Sumihime as they fought. Jerry was causing serious problems for the Yokaidra by this point, and it was looking like it couldn't take much more. Z and Elias did what they could to back up the two raging beasts before them, but Z's range saw her almost ripped to pieces as they did so. This forced Jerry to stop slicing heads and try to save Z, managing to help her once before the Yokaidra pulled her away from him again and almost killed her a second time. Sumihime had meanwhile climbed onto the creature, and despite its rage and all the silence around them, she seemed like she was trying to reason with it, pleading with it for something. This confused some, even causing Sakura to telepathically berate Sumihime before promptly stepping back into the maze wall and rage quitting the battle entirely. Jerry, however, after saving Z for a second time, was determined to finish the fight. As he leapt into the air, he raised his sword, and as a holy aura enshrouded him, he brought the sword down, pressing the hilt to the Yokaidra's face, which was starting to look like it was about to attack Sumihime. On the forehead of the mask, a holy symbol appeared, and as it cracked and exploded with light, dissipating the Yokaidra and all of its heads, leaving only Jerry Sumihime and the heavy yokai woman lying scattered on the floor in its space. And the yokai woman seemed to be the body of Lady Doji, which is where we will return to you guys now that are still within the maze. What are you doing as you've just seen this happen?
Freya will be looking around to see danger. Seems that it's kind of disperse into like a cloud of lightning, returning to her original form, then staggering towards the maze. Yep, back to it and just deciding on grabbing a pouch and throwing something up into here. Form some what looks around.
falls to the ground and hails some lightning that knocks the petals, assuming.
Okay, is that a spell that you cast in there? Okay, nice. So as your form ends, you'll basically be on 1 point of exhaustion now. Okay, cool. So yeah, you managed to restore the. It would have brought you to 2, but you managed to restore it down to just the 1 and start taking a breather there. You can now see that that Sumihime has scrambled up to her knees and is holding the woman in her arms, and she just nods to you, Jerry, like in thanks. But I will remind you, it is actually still silent in here, so you might have to wait until you go outside if you need to cast it.
Yeah, can I go check up on G?
She is currently slumped over Spike and seems unconscious, but she seems like she's alive. Yeah,
I'll just
you definitely you managed to get that healing potion in. You can see she's breathing. She's just like asleep.
and then I'll start leading Spike out while she's on him.
Okay.
I'll just
As
bow towards Sumihime and Lady Doji and start making my way out as well.
Okay, as you bow towards the shrine, you will see the woman's eyes open slightly, and she'll just lift a weak hand to sort of as if to reach out towards you, and the 3 of you will feel this strange sensation wash over your body. You can't hear anything in here, but you all receive the blessing of Lady Doji as she just falls back into Sumihime's arms, and she just nods to you and gestures like you can go. It seems like it's over now, but she understands that you probably need to seek medical attention, and um, she seems to be staying here though. All of
Which
you,
3 of
this
us?
Jerry, Elias, and Estrella, the people that are actually here in the maze, and that will give you each a +2 to your wisdom score.
Nice.
God damn.
Wow,
Oh.
for how long?
For how long? Yeah.
A permanent increase. You can actually add it
Oh,
as a feat on D&D Beyond, but we will. Yeah, there is. You can make me a religion or a history check if any of you want to figure out what that might have been as you feel this energy wash over you. It seems like it came from the creature, but you're not sure if it was like some weird shit has happened in here. So okay, yeah, Jerry, you're not too sure what that was about, but it seems like good. You probably deserve some thanks. Um, Estrella, you have heard rumors that there are a lot of people come to um, Lady Doji's shrine, and the rumor is that if you place a rose or place a flower on the shrine, then you will become lucky in love. That many people like come here and offer things like that. Probably haven't been doing that much lately, but you assume that this is some sort of that is the boon that people feel when they come here. It's like a wishing well almost. Whereas Elias, you know that Lady Doji that you see before you and you recognize her now, that is the woman that invented the class system in Kiga. She is like a legendary figure in Kiga, the founder of the Crane clan, and she is basically the reason that they are the difference between the samurai, the clergy, the like commoners, and yeah. So she is definitely a powerful being, and has bestowed upon you her blessing, which you realize has sort of given you this understanding of the world that you didn't quite have before. Just a little bit of a boost for all of you in that, and that will kind of show itself as you are going forward, making those kinds of checks.
Huh. Well, time to leave the family to it.
Okay, are you guys all making your way out of the maze?
Yeah.
Or rather, it's like get up permanently.
Would you like to be carried?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You see Spike walking past with Z just lying on over its back, and I think Spike is probably not quite as happy about it. He's used to having Jerry in his small form. Z's a little bit large, but he's getting tough. But yeah, we'll say you manage to you'll manage to help Estrella out as you all make your way to the outside of the tree, and that is where you will see Sakura standing outside. Move over there now.
Wait, if the wisdom is max, you still get a +2?
The wisdom goes to max 22. So if you're at 20, you can go beyond it with this blessing.
Well, I'm not, but I was asking.
Man, Santa would be crying right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it pays off to finish your homework.
You walk through the shrine, you feel this interdimensional ad playing around you, and
That's why you
hear
gain
is
the
an ad.
wisdom. That's why you gain the wisdom, because you heard an ad from a different parallel universe.
I was
You
wondering,
became
like,
aware.
I was wondering, like, who's speaking? What the fuck?
I think.
Oh my
okay,
god.
so yes, Sakura, you
Out of
will have
her
arrived here a little bit.
transformation.
Oh, sorry, there was massive delay there. Say again, Sakura.
Oh damn! Really? That was like a 10-second delay there.
Oh shit.
At least 10 seconds. She's just gonna come out of her form. I think she does take 2 levels of exhaustion, so she's pretty tired. And she's just gonna look to the party and say, "I want Seto."
Sato isn't quite here. He's good
Why?
question. I'd know where he is.
He was
He's got...
with June getting his rings.
Yep.
Probably Stira
Hmm.
at it.
Sakura, you will see, because you were also the first to actually walk out of this tree, you'll see the people that you weren't here last time to see, but you'll now see the rope that is tied around the tree that was keeping up that silent spell. You can also see there is one group standing to the side of a Crane Clan samurai they seem to be deliberating on how to actually deal with what you guys just dealt with. And then there are two winged people sitting next to one of the trees. One of them I don't think you've ever seen before. He's got black wings. He looks somewhat fey, and there is a girl sitting in the tree also with fairy-like wings, which you recognize from being there when you were
The Sakura
resurrected.
Forest? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you see the two of them are just standing by the tree that Elias is just walking up to. I'm not sure if that. Did you just
Okay.
walk all the way there, or was
She
that from
browsed.
last?
I'm going. I'm going to the tree.
She bows. Ohayo gozaimasu.
They will see you as everyone is. I mean, shortly afterwards, leaving the tree behind you, the guy with the black wings will just see you and rush towards you immediately as he sees you drop your form and just looking badly hurt. As he rushes towards you, he will cast a spell.
Power
Yeah,
would kill.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
like, here's my chance. No, Sakura, you take, or you receive, sorry, 4 points of healing as he says, "Oh my God, Lady Sasaki, are you all right?" And you just get a healing word.
Huh? She looks confused. She completely she always forgets that she's technically a lady. So she just looks at him and she's like, "Huh? Who are you? You?"
He says, "Oh, it is an honor to meet you." He just sort of nervously looks at you and he says, I work for your father. Um, my name is Shiro. It is an honor." And you can just see he's sort of mumbling his words, but the girl sitting in the tree, she just goes, "Geez, what the hell happened to you? Did you nearly die again?"
um. She. She looks a bit embarrassed as she nods, kind of like there's a yeah.
At this
I
point, the
feel like
rest
I
of
do
you,
that a lot.
this point, the rest of you walk out of the portal. Also, some of you looking a bit worse for wear, and a couple of eyes just turn to towards you as everyone just you see the samurai that were planning to do something. All of their shoulders just drop, like, "Oh shit! Well, I guess they did it." Okay, and the the two sort of fey creatures, the girl sitting in the tree just turns and looks at the tree trunk and she goes, "Your kid's a dangerous one, I'll give her that." And you just see the tree sort of sway in the breeze slightly. You're not sure if it's actually responding to her or if there's just some wind.
Yeah, it was very hard to fight with that rope around it. It couldn't cast many spells. But I used a thing, so that was cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like everyone there can tell she's pretty tired. I think she might have gone in with a level of exhaustion, so I don't know if she's on 2 or 3, but she's sleepy.
You didn't
Okay, nice.
remember,
Yeah.
let's having that cured.
Yeah, so this
Nice.
guy looks at you and he just says, "Well, it is. It looks like your friends have made it out. Seems you are taking after your father a little. But don't worry, we can try and help you out. We're sorry about the rope. We put that there to stop the creature from singing. Unfortunately, that one can hit everything within a mile with its song, and then everyone forgets it even exists, and things can turn real bad from there.
Oh.
So yeah, Elias, you overhear this as you're walking down the stairs. You've just gotten to that tree. What are all of you guys doing?
Well, I mean, I was just going to.
Oh yeah, I found one in the museum earlier.
Sakura's seeing into the past now. But Elias, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just going to say. I was going to use that gem. I was going to use that gem on the rope to see who put it there, but
Oh yeah, no. You'll as you're about to do that, you overhear him explaining to Sakura how they put the rope there, and you can see that it is sort of frayed a little bit. Like it wouldn't be that hard to cut down, but yeah, no need to know. Jerry, you will notice that the glowing that is still, I mean, that map of yours has been glowing like mad since you checked for all of those creatures, but you will just notice the light from that die down as it seems like some of those lights have gone out, but you'd have to actually look at the map to check.
Yeah, I was just about to ask about it. If it has been long enough that I can still look at them up and see if it
Yeah.
still works.
Yeah, no, you'll see that sort of as you're pulling it out and as you unfurl it, you'll see that a lot of those dots have disappeared, but they are still like 3 or 4 on the outskirts of the city. Um, they seem fainter than the ones before, but you can see that. I mean, that thing was peppered with these creatures before, and now it is completely clear. Well, other than that, like 4 on the outskirts, but you know what I mean?
Got it. What was the name of the clan?
She's Sokka's gonna ask the winged people what they're doing here.
Oh, we
Not that
we
she
came.
doesn't like their company, but she is wondering what they're doing so far out.
Oh, we came to deal with this. Your father made that tree to contain her. The maze has been a very important asset for containing it, but I must say she has not been this out of hand in a long time. We are immune to being charmed, so we have the ability to see the creatures and not fall victim to their songs, which is how we put the ropes up. But yes, I'm afraid we didn't get a chance to speak to you before you went in. We could have warned you of the spell. We are sorry about that.
She gets excited when they're like, "Oh, we're immune to being charmed." She's like, "Oh, me too." And she's like, "No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm alive, so it's fine. Just tired."
At this point, you all hear Lady Sumihime come walking out of
I feel like I'm
the portal.
lagging really badly.
yeah.
I mean, we can hear you. There's just a
15
long delay.
second lag. Oh my god. Oh god.
Transmitting from Mars.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so I know there's going to be a delay on this, but Sumihime walks straight out and straight towards Sakura. Did she just drop out? Okay, Sakura. Lady Sumihime is approaching you directly.
Me?
Yes, and she seems pissed. As she's walking towards you, she just approaches you and she nods to the rest of you in thanks. And then as she gets to you, Sakura, she holds her hand out and she says, "Oh shit! Sorry, I lost this in my note."
That was a weird thing.
Yeah, like hold on. She just says, "1 second, I'll be with you now." I'm just checking my notes. Oh, okay, yes. So as she walks out, she says, "Your dragon mask, hand it over."
She hands it over.
She takes it from you and she says, "Hey, Elias, catch. You've done well." And she throws you a red dragon mask, Elias. This is a legendary item that you can add to your character sheet. But then she turns to you, Sakura, and she says, "But you, Sakura, you have made a grave mistake today, child. It will cost you, mark my words. Brat like you will never be emperor, no matter how many little tricks you can conjure. Your cowardice will not go unpunished." And she just seems to be seething with anger.
She raises an eyebrow at her.
She just like shakes her head looking at it and she says, "You dare? Little Miss Tea with Dragon suddenly wants to destroy the founder of commerce and class before easing her spirit? I could have your head for abandoning us, but I won't. No, I'm not so petty, but you will learn, Sakura. You will learn what cowardice affords you in this world, why so many have given their lives to keep that beast contained. You will learn." And she just pushes past you and she starts trying to make her way away from you guys. Is anyone saying anything?
Astoria will have made her way down the stairs at this point, like pretty much like using her staff of Rotch to get down, and is no, stop. All you little rejuvenate.
"You're damn right," Sumihime shouts as she starts walking away, and she says, "But you've all done well here. Well, most of you. You will be welcome in the castle again. Come on, we can recuperate there." And she starts just walking towards the castle.
Suppose everyone's quite stressed. Let's forgive and forget, please. Animosity won't get us far.
Yeah, you can you can see that she's just sort of huffing off. Like Lady Sumihime also seems like she's quite young, but she does seem like she's overreacting more than. But also, you guys didn't hear any of the telepathic communications that they shared, so it seems like she's really overreacting.
Oh, was it telepathic?
No, when you were in you spoke to her telepathically in the maze, which no one else heard. That's more what she's like angry at you about, was for you you were shouting at her in the maze and no one else saw that. So that's what I mean, is that's no one would know that she's reacting to that.
Soccer is gonna look at uh, the dude with the wings and say, "I must admit I'm a tad tired. Would you mind carrying me? Cassetta's not here."
He he just gives a respectful bow and he says, "I would be honored, my lady," and he will try and scoop you up into his arms. And you see the girl sitting in the tree just roll her eyes.
Why does she roll her eyes?
Maybe it's her boy toy.
You can make an insight check if you want, Sakura.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're not entirely sure why you're not entirely sure what kind of social cue that was, but she definitely seems like either she's jealous or she thinks that he's like being arrogant or something by trying to be like heroic or something, carrying you around. She just is rolling her eyes. But you remember her being quite judgy back in the forest as well.
Oh. Okay.
Like she was just watching you guys the whole time, and well, as I suppose Sakura wouldn't remember that, but as Kaya, you saw it. But yeah, he'll sort of nod to the rest of you and introduce himself. And I think I may have said his name wrong earlier. It's Rikajiro. I think I said Shiro or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
People die when they are killed.
I was wondering. I was like,
Oh, no,
wait,
Sakura's
he
time
shares a
jumping again.
name with the famous Shiro kid.
Well, that, if I heard what you actually just said, is Shira with an A, not an A. But yeah, no, it's because it just says winged boy on my screen, and I was like, oh shit, I know I gave him a name. But anyway, with that, is anyone sort of hanging around here, or are you guys heading back somewhere else to sort of recover?
History will be closing. Blessing. I've charged.
Oh, nice.
Holy, that's actually good.
Oh,
Whoa, it actually healed? Because it actually added the health to you without making it damage. It's amazing.
Davey sounded so
Who knows?
surprised there.
Man,
I
maybe.
legitimately was. I was like, oh god, you're gonna kill everyone because like everyone's so low on hit points. 23, but yeah, that's 23 points of healing to everybody.
Well, you know what they say. You can be killing with kindness.
Yeah, I mean, I've got so used to Z slapping people back to health that now I just assumed that would happen, but it seems like it's been fixed. So you guys get that healing back and are able to start making your way out of the sort of maze. We will jump back to the city map because as you guys are deciding where you're going to go next, we are going to jump over to where Seto and June are. You guys are sort of making your way to the next trials. Hinaga has said that he's going to go and organize the test with the Kakitas to organize the earth and fire rings, but I mean, the air and fire rings, but you guys were heading to the earth ring last we spoke. So
Indeed.
is that still the plan, or are you guys splitting up as well? Are you both going fishing?
No, we aren't that dumb, right, June?
Yeah, I'm not that dumb. I don't know what you're talking about.
Never split the party.
Let's go fishing. That sounds like fun.
Very cool. Then we will. That's good.
Oh my god.
So I will say the
Kevin,
rest of
you
you,
kill me.
this ring is just down the road from where the Earth Ring trials are held. You would easily be able to come here as well if you wanted, if you were interested. But it's either you can come here and be a part of this scene, or we'll get you next in back at the castle.
Fishing here. Jesus Christ.
That's some interesting fish you got there.
Yeah.
Piranhas, friggin' sea viper things, more piranhas.
So as the two of you arrive, you will see that there are a number of these pools dotted about, and you'll see an old man sort of fishing just up the way, and there is a samurai sitting next to him. He looks like he's just got like a little blanket out underneath him. He seems to be eating lunch. But yeah, you can see that there are a couple of these pools that lead all the way down, and you can see that there is currently a monk standing on the log ahead of you, staring down into the pool, and she seems kind of confused. But the test master and the sensei seem to be sitting up there at the top. So what do you guys do?
Well, Sitter, I believe that's the one you want to talk to about the trial.
Is the dude that was at the theater with us, or he just went to prep for the other test?
Yeah, he went to go organize the other two tests with the Kakita school. So yeah, he'll meet up with you again after.
Oh, have you done this, June?
Yeah, I've done this one. I can't remember exactly what we had to do for this one though. It's been a while.
Is it difficult?
Mm, I believe last time we had bears attacking us, if I remember correctly. This one might be a little bit different to the one we did.
How come? What's the correlation between the bears and the water?
Don't worry about it. Better not to ask questions.
I guess. I guess we should just go and talk to the main guy, right?
Yeah, lead the way.
And that will just walk over casually over the river and just
Yeah,
stand in front of him.
June's just floating over on her broom.
And he will greet and bow in front of the master, and he will whilst bowing, he's just gonna say, "Good day, kind sir. I've come to test myself in order to obtain my water ring. Due to certain circumstances, I wasn't able to get it when my friends did. So I would like to participate in a quick test if that's possible."
He just sort of looks up at you and adjusts the helmet on his head, and he goes, "Oh, hello. Yes, this is for the Earth Ring, though. I know how you could get confused, but you must be the one that Hinaga was telling me about. You're welcome to take the trial. It's quite a simple one. This just catch 10 fish barehanded in the pools down there, and bring them to me, and I'll give you your ring."
Is that easy?
Uh huh. It's that easy. No tools though. I know magic. barehanded. That's the challenge, you know.
Yeah, but that's all. It's the only thing that we cats do most of the time.
At this point, June is just wandering over, looking into the pool of fish.
You see him like looking up and down, and he goes, "Oh yeah. Well, I suppose Tabaxi's got a little advantage in this one, but it's not as simple as it always seems. There's some eels in there as well, which don't take too kindly to having their fish stolen. So we might want to be careful of those. But if you would need any help, just give me a shout. I might be able to give you a little hint." And he just chuckles, but he starts eating something off of the stuff in front of
Seto, I think these fish have teeth.
Every fish has teeth.
No, like really big teeth.
Uh, can can we determine how harmful these fishes would be? Like,
you.
just
Sure, you can give
looking at
me
them.
a nature or a survival check.
Well,
Yeah, I'm looking at it as well, so I'll roll it as well.
Yeah, both of you can.
no, not bad.
Yeah, 10. Fuck. My terrible rolls continue to haunt me.
Yeah, June, you see there are piranhas in the pool. Those are quippers. They'll, those little shits will bite your fingers off, and those eels don't look too friendly either. But Seto, you have no fear of a quipper. You've caught a million of these little fish. It's a pretty common fish to find in Kiga. Um, the eels, however, you will recognize as being lightning eels, which like electric eels, but these are giant lightning eels, which they can deliver quite a powerful shock, and they can also use the water around them to deliver a shock. So you get the impression that you're fishing in electrified waters.
Kind of fucked. Okay.
I will say you can give me one more survival check, Seto, for a slightly different. Okay, yeah, I was going to say the DC was 20 to get a little bit of extra info. You would know that there are certain techniques to fishing in with these kinds of creatures around, and they are not the techniques you might be used to using when fishing. But I don't know if you've ever, yeah, you would know that they can't maintain their electrocutions for all that long. That it's like there is a limit to how long these eels can actually shock someone for before they run out of energy themselves. But that's basically all the information you've got.
Interesting. Now, can I ask you a question about D&D logic?
Sure.
If monks can walk on water, are they walking on the water or like on the surface of the water? Since technically I don't know if I'm getting shocked or not.
Yeah, no, you'd be touching, like if the floor was electrified, you'd still get shocked
Oh,
by it. But yeah, you can just walk along the surface of the water.
okay.
But bear in mind, it is these waters are electrified by living creatures, so it's like something that they can turn off and on. You just walked across the stream there, and it definitely didn't shock you there.
Basically, probably proximity mine stuff. Okay. Well, Seto's gonna go and try to grab one of the like couples in the top before moving downward.
Oh no, he did. He like chuckles and he says, "No, no, nice try, but you got to fish in the ones down there below this line.
Shit!
This one's for us." And he just like chuckles as you can see. There's this old peasant man fishing there, and he goes, "Yeah, we don't have to deal with that kind of shit, you mad?"
Fuck. I mean,
Old Kiganians. Gotta love them.
ooh. Okay, wait a second. What do we
Oh,
have?
if you're not doing the trial, though, you're welcome to use a rod and join us up here. He'll say to you, June, because he's not sure if you are participating in it.
I think I'm gonna observe this. This seems like an interesting thing to observe. Also, I don't want to miss the chance of watching Seto's hand being bitten off. That would be interesting. Or electrified.
He chuckles and he goes, "Yes, the Tabaxi always think they've got an advantage, and then they poof up. Oh, it's one of my favorite things."
Oh, you
I
also
can just
love watching
imagine
people be
Seto getting
overconfident about
electrified.
their abilities.
I don't want him to, but like it would be so entertaining to just see it. Just Seto just poof. It's so cute.
Are you okay, Sakura? You sound tired.
A little. I'm okay though. Sakura is tired, so I can just if she sounds tired, I can just play it off her exhaustion.
Hmm. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
Jin retorts, "Oh, you also enjoy watching people be overconfident about their abilities."
Okay, so to not prolong this any longer, let's just do it and see what happens. Wait, where's the ruler? 9. Oh, that's only 25 feet. Ah, screw it. Seto will try to just run with a full sprint across the pond and grab the fishes while the eel is still there, just to see what the hell happens.
Okay, yeah. As you run out and you head towards the first one, I'd like you to give me a sleight of hand or survival check.
You can do it, Seto, and I give him body inspiration.
Yeah, he said no magic.
He can't use magic.
All right, nice. Yeah. So as you just dart across it with this incredible speed, you put your hand under the water and you have got your claw right around the fish. It's like in your hand. This is easy, and that is when you feel the charge shock you in the arm. As I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so if it's only about that, we might be fine. Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
So you will take. Oh, why is it not
Shit.
automatic?
120
Damage.
lightning damage.
No.
Oh wait, you succeeded. Yeah, it's 120 still.
Hey man, you guys are high levels. Don't. Yeah, no. You take about 6. Wait, what the hell's going on? It's not doing it automatically.
You said 6.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, 7. 7 points of lightning damage, and you manage to keep moving. So you can try and go for the other one as well. You've still got the speed, and you can. Oh no. Okay.
shit.
How? Hold on, because it says you failed. You got a nat 1 on the second one. So
Hmm?
What second? You rolled only once.
yeah, I think mine might be lagging or something because I saw you rolled a 27 on the one save, but then the automatic thing was actually trying to prompt you, and you got a
Oh.
7 on the next roll. But it's fine because you were about to have to do it again anyway. For going into the water, so you
For any
take.
fail, I'm gonna use key points. I have 16 of them. I can't fail 16 times.
You
Yeah.
sure about
Okay.
that?
Cool. Yeah. So you are. I'm not sure how much. much damage did it actually do to you there? I think one of the modules is not working.
I
Okay, no,
took
it only
7
did,
damage myself.
yeah, it only did the 7. Okay, that's fine. So on the second, you will also take. Okay, on the second one you take 10 points, but you manage to catch both of those. Oh no, you need to make another. Sorry, jeez, my brain's imploding as well. You need to make another sleight of hand or survival. Yeah, so you manage to catch both of those quippers, but you do take another. Yeah, so you took that damage and you get 2 quippers.
Did it 10 times? Holy shit! Okay.
Do you need to catch 10 of these?
My beats are just to go and stun them all.
Stun
I mean,
the eels and be done with it.
stun the eels and just grab everything.
Okay, yeah. So you go down to the next pool. You seem to have caught all the quippers in the first one. You've got 2 down, 8 to go.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait, there's even 9 in this one. 10 maybe.
Okay. Can I do? Oh yeah, there's no magic. Never mind.
Yeah, they've had too many telekinetic people just to walk in here and lift all the fish out of the pool. No, it defeats the point.
I can't even use my weapon either. Yeah, there's literally no easier way than. Yeah, let's just do it again. Do it.
The monk said no weapons and no magic.
I mean, weapon. If my weapon has magic, it's pretty much like magic. If you know what I mean.
Well, no tools.
Yeah, no tools.
Okay, so doing this dash.
I guess
But
the weapon counts as a tool.
Yeah, the point is to do it barehanded and not use any spears or anything, because otherwise it'd be pretty easy to avoid getting electrocuted by this. But you get the impression that's part of the challenge. So yeah, what are you doing here? You've basically got a turn here. I'm not going to put it into turn order, but it just in terms of how many actions and whatever you can take before I turn it.
sure. So doing this line, I'm gonna go try to grab every fish in the pond that I see that I can notice. It's the easiest way to do it. I can just reroll stuff.
Yeah, what we're actually going to do, I'm going to just ask you to make them as attacks. So for each fish that you're going for, will count as one of your attacks. So like if you want a flurry of blows and try and get as many as you can, like that might work. But just in terms of balance, the sleight of hand is actually a bit too simplistic.
Okay. So that would be then two attacks on the top, and if I use the key points in order to use the flurry of blow, I could try to do both of these and have enough movement speed so I don't have to worry about that. To do all of that in one turn, basically go from top to the bottom. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So just we'll take it step by step. Tell me what you're doing as you do it, and we can just
Okay.
as if we were in combat.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a flurry of blowing, get to these key point to flurry of blow these fishes. Okay. Roll. Damn, my rolls are fine.
26 hits the swarm of quippers.
Do I have some of those rolls too?
No, roll deception if you want.
Oh, is that a swarm of quippers? I thought it was like a huge fish.
No, just.
Oh, there is a huge one next to it.
Yeah, next to it, yeah. There's two big ones.
I don't have to roll for damage, right?
Well, it depends. You can if you'd like. Well, for the swarm, actually, yes. You'll just roll damage as normal and see if you can. If you can get more than 8 damage, you'll catch a fish because that's the. I
Oh
know
my god.
they've got 1
Oh,
health.
nice.
Sorry, I thought for some reason that they had 8 HP. Wait, what? Oh my god, I'm having serious.
It's fine. No worries.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, it's you managed to catch one with that attack. You'll see them sort of scatter around your hand as you grab one, but you have managed to catch one quipper from there. So you're on 3.
It's good. I'll try to do it again. And that same swarm, if that's possible.
Yeah. You can go. There are definitely more in there, but that's just one strike with your hand. You've caught one in one hand, and with the other one, blam! Okay, don't worry about rolling for damage. I forgot how high they how high they how low their hit points are. So yeah, you managed to catch 2 of.
Okay, so that's 4, and I'll just quickly dart back, and basically that would be a turn. Or I can just stay here if you want. I don't
Oh,
mind.
it's up
either
to you. I
way.
mean, yeah, you standing on the water, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't
as you
worry too much. Yeah, I'll just stay there.
okay, so at the end of your turn, those quippers are going to swim and go down the waterfall
Shit.
as you just see them scattering, and that swarm goes into the next pool, and both of these lightning eels are going to get their light scope lightning charge, lightning jolt.
Jolteon, go!
Okay, so it should prompt you. If it doesn't, these are going to be con save.
Nothing's prompted me yet.
Okay, I think if you just do a con save, it should register. Unless, yeah, I don't know. Because the last one that confused me. Oh, okay. That is a success. That is a fail.
Oh,
So the
sorry, that
fifth,
was a check. No, that was a throw. What the fuck? Sorry.
yeah, that was right. But the 15 is a failure. So are you going to try and use another key point there?
Yep. I don't want to get paralyzed or whatever the hell they do.
Yeah, you feel
Don't want to get poofed
you've
up.
done this. You've done this to so many people as you feel this surge of electricity flowing through you as you're grabbing these. You're sort of standing on the surface of the water and feeling this, but you can feel it is trying to like stun you and make your muscles seize, but you won't let it happen. Okay, but it was just the 2 there, so it is back to your turn as one of the other quippers also seems to be fleeing from this pool on its turn, and yeah, is just sort of getting to the. It literally flies out the air of the little waterfall as it's trying to get away from you. Your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, so not wanting to deal with these fuckers, let's just slide down this waterfall and just try to get both of these quippers. One on the left, one on the right.
Okay. Yeah.
Where's my claw attack?
Yeah. I mean.
Shit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is it enough?
I was gonna say like I don't think you can actually miss, but I think you might be able to on another one. But no, you are way too quick, and yeah, you managed to grab 2 more.
Okay. Then go there and flurry of blow. So another key point. I'm on 10 at this point. Just the flurry of blow. It's will be fine. and run for the last one. This is a big mistake, but fuck it. YOLO.
Yeah, yeah. You get another one. Okay, so that was how many? 4.
Yeah.
7 at the moment.
8!
Oh wait, no. 8. Sorry.
Okay, we'll say those. You got all of those, and now you are going to get the one from the eel up at the top as you sped through there. That water was electrified,
Shit.
but okay, yeah. So another con save from you there, and then
You're fine. And another 3!
oh yeah, I didn't even did I roll the damage for it on the last time? I don't think so.
Nope. I mean, I've taken damage because I took 7, and now I've lost 10. So I don't know if you rolled for like all of them.
I think
On
that
the
was just
130.
now on the one that just happened. Was wait, you
Shit.
lost another 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely didn't because it's showing up differently. Sorry, the D&D stuff is updated. I think not all the modules have caught up yet. But we'll say so for those you'll take another 15 on top of that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, cool. So then that is it. June, what are you doing?
I'm just floating
Just-
around in my room right now.
Oh wait, I forgot. I got the.
Huh?
Oh, 1 second. I got a token for.
Oh wait, I've got a broom now. I've got a broom now.
I did make a broom that you could actually mount, but I think this one's better.
Perfect.
Fucking
I'm in
witch.
broom mode.
Little cap. Ah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you see June flying above you as you're taking this lightning damage, and as you splash down into the next side, the waterfall is sort of pouring onto you, which is what you're sort of trying to get away from there. But you manage to do it without getting stunned, and it is now going to be the fish's turn as they they are all going to now swarm towards you.
What the hell?
As you've entered the final one and you are standing on the surface of the water.
I won't say anything about this.
Okay, yeah. So you see these eels swarming, and each of them is going to get their attacks. Oh god, and the lightning. Okay, so okay, yeah. So 3 con saves from you there, Setter, and then they make a bite attack each. Oh, 2 bite attacks each. So.
What
Merry
the
Christmas.
fuck?
Merry Christmas.
What?
I'll use a key point to try to re-roll the first one, since that's a fail if I can recall correctly.
Yeah, yeah. The 14 was a fail, so you'll have to use 1 more key point there. But yeah, it's just laughable as they all just leap from the water and they all try and latch onto you and start electrocuting you. But at this point, with the nat 20, these attacks are going to come towards you. But let's see.
I need to take damage from lightning, by the way.
Okay, I'll do that.
I can use
Oh, one of the bite saves.
reaction? What?
Yeah, so it's because one of them hits, so it's asking you if you have a reaction to you.
Oh, that's great. This is amazing. I don't even have to do nothing.
I know, it's lovely. I like it. These are like all miss. Yeah, you can see where the bite animations land is where it's actually hitting. Holy shit! How did it miss you with a 21?
My AC is 22 base.
I know they've gotten two 21s. These are freaking eels. That's the best they've ever rolled in their life, but only the 24 hit you. So you took 12 points of piercing and lightning damage from that one. And then with all of the lightning that's coming towards you, that you passed all three.
June just like flying in triangles.
And you take another 23 points of lightning damage from the other one.
You can do it, Sid. I believe in you.
I feel like Juno's just playing like her
Thumbs up.
own game of Quidditch with some invisible air thing at this point, just flying around like that.
I feel like June could just summon like some kind of fucking spirits to play Quidditch with.
I mean, probably.
Definitely has something for that.
I mean, I can summon a Beholderkin. That can work.
Jesus, just play Quidditch with Cthulhu. I don't think so. Seto, with
I can
the
summon
with
an
nat
aberration for you.
I can summon a very small Beholderkin. I can make that golden snitch.
it actually
He
wouldn't
could
be a
play
bad.
Quidditch.
I mean, I've got a Quidditch match. We'll have to get there. I mean, a Quidditch map. We'll have to do that one day.
Oh, nice.
With instead of what are they called, bludgeons or bludgeoners or whatever they are, you just have Beholderkin. But anyway, so Seto, you with that nat 20, you feel these eels just biting into you, and you realize that if you were to just literally stand there, you like see them attacking you, and you realize that their eyes are sort of glazed over as if they're blind, and you realize that if you just stood there and took the hits, they would probably ignore you. That is what you sort of get from that nat 20, but it is back to your turn. What do you do?
Needed that way earlier. God damn it. Fucking efficient. I mean, we're on the home stretch, so that was just gonna cock his neck and dash through these eels. Because I have a mobile, they shouldn't be alerted, and I'll just
Yeah. You just see the spark of lightning as you leave their space, and you just see these three eels get thrown up into the air as Seto just like disappears from where he was standing, and the water around you just like ripples about a full second after you've left. But you quickly manage to get over to the lily pads, just hopping off one of them as you get to the fish. What do you do?
Holy shit, I might miss. I rolled a
Yep.
3.
No, you still hit.
Oh god, their AC is so damn bad. Well, that would be lost 2. So I would just hop over, get on top, and just walk. Ah, damn it! I can't move there. Go there and just look at the tune and be like, "This wasn't that difficult. They're just annoying little pests."
Honestly, yeah, I expected a bit more.
Yeah, this is. Eh. I mean, everybody's good at something, right?
Yeah, you're really good at catching fish, clearly.
You guys look up, and at the top pool, the samurai, the old fisherman, and the monk that was standing there, all just standing with their jaws like hanging open, as they just like they haven't seen someone move that fast. Just run. You ran along the water and just plucked them out like it was nothing. And you can see just from where you're standing. You can't hear them, but Seto, you can read the lips of the one guy going, "It's better than an Aarakocra. I mean, I thought they were annoying, but holy shit!" And they all just seem very impressed by the display that you've just put on.
June will
Oh.
shout out, "Is that it? Is there like a phase 2 to this trial? You know, like
No,
like a phase
most
2
people have a lot more. Will have a lot more difficulty with that. Honestly, there's like most you have to stand in the crane pose. That's okay. Well done, sir. And they just all
Even
start
I could have
clapping,
done that.
and you see this small like wisp of air spin in front of you as stones begin to form around it, and it makes this ring of earth that solidifies before you, Seto, and you have earned your earth ring.
Say,
Oh.
Seto, why is fishing the challenge for the Earth Ring?
That beats me. Didn't even. I thought we were in a water ring. I didn't even know this was an earth ring. It made more sense with water than
The
with
water
earth.
ring was the acting thing, wasn't it?
The what?
Yeah, the acting. That was water ring.
That was. You see, it's. I'm confused.
It was the Kabuki.
Yeah, the Kabuki Theater.
Kabuki.
Seto will grab the ring and will motion June to go up top, and he's gonna give the old man the fishies, and he's gonna bow down and thank him for everything, and tell him that he hopes he's gonna have a nice meal.
Okay, yeah, you'll definitely easily be able to do that sort of on your way out, but as you're making your way up to him, this very excited monk will sort of hop over towards you, and you'll see her jump and just plant a foot on the water and just bounce off of it herself, like not quite as easily as you were doing. Wait, who disappeared?
Sakura. I think
Sakura.
her connection dropped.
Okay. Yeah, but you'll see her arrive, and she'll just say, "That was really impressive, Mister. Where did you learn to do that? I mean, this test is meant to be about like being stubborn and actually getting shocked. I've been trying to do it all day."
I mean, I guess it has something to do with the anatomy. We are used to. I mean, I've done this probably like a million times ever since I was a kid. It's one of the first things they teach you, just to be able to always feed yourself. You know. But other than that, I just have to have a steel resolve, and that's about it. Not
She
really.
sighs and she goes, "Yeah, that's what they keep telling me. You just got to." All right. Well, thanks, Mister. I mean, you're doing all the rings as well, right? You're those people.
Yes,
Whoa!
most of them.
She just looks up at June as you come and land on the broom.
Yeah,
This
I'm
you,
hanging from the broom right now with my 2 feet. Just looking at her upside down.
Damn, you guys have got some skills. I mean, are you going to the Gempuku next week?
We should be, as long as we get our rings done. I still need to get my fire ring. You need to get. I think you're down to your last air ring. Yes, Seto?
Yes. That's the only thing that I need. I think that's the only thing you need, right?
I need my fire ring. So yeah, that's all I need.
Wait,
Have
you
to do
don't
some-
need the wind one?
No, you do need it. Oh wait, yes, I already have the air one. Yeah.
Then what? I'm confused. I thought you also needed the wind.
Yeah, I've had it the whole time.
Okay, I guess.
You see the woman standing in front of you, just like listening to you both and nodding, and she says, "Well, I guess I'll see you again at the festival then, if I can get this right. Good
I'm
luck with
sure
getting
you
the
can.
rest of your rings."
I'm
Thank
sure with
you.
a bit of
Likewise.
finesse, you'll be able to get your ring as well. And I give her a quick bardic inspiration.
Oh, hey, thanks. And she just smiles, gives a bow to each of you, and then she excitedly sort of runs and jumps off the edge of this little platform onto the island below. And she goes up. You just hear her going, "All right, you fucking eels, I got you now!" And she just starts like attacking the water as you just see sparks flying and splashing, and she's making an attempt on it. But with that, you'll easily be able to go and do as you said, go and say goodbye to the ringmaster, and you will make your way back into the city. As at this point, the rest of you have arrived at the main castle, if that is where you were intending to go. I just sort of assumed that it was, but was anyone going somewhere different?
I wasn't.
Um, On the way there, can we just stop at the steel crane smithy? I have some things to pick up and pay for.
Is that
Yeah,
you?
you'd easily be able to make your way like right past the entrance there as you're walking there. So who's all going to the steel crane smithy?
I'll go with him.
Okay, and Australia and Sakura, are you guys heading to the castle?
Sakura is kind of just going wherever the guy's taking her.
Yeah, he's just sort of following the crowd as well. So if it depends, I suppose. As you guys are the most injured among the group, but you've gotten some healing from Australia's spell, so everyone's able to actually walk a little bit. You might just be exhausted. But we will jump to the steel crane smithy. So I mean, you guys are easily able to go in there. We'll say everyone's still together.
Oh hey guys, I didn't expect to see you guys here.
We're not there yet.
Right.
Actually, it does actually make sense that if you guys were heading up to find Hinaga, you would probably bump into them outside. So we'll say, actually, at this point, everyone does arrive back together. June and Seto, you'll just be arriving shortly after them because they were also fighting the creature while you were fishing. Well, I suppose while you were doing your play, that was more what was happening. But let me
True.
put everyone down. Oh, man.
Oh, two spikes.
Prepare for trouble.
And make it
Make
double.
double.
Oh man, I love that there's two Australias. That's so
It's even
perfect.
worse.
There's two Elias's
Nice.
here. The top left.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's the commercial. That's the world from commercial.
Yeah, I think there might be two Junes as well. Yeah, there's two Junes.
Mm.
Oh, there's two groups of us anyway.
Yeah, I clearly didn't delete your tokens from last time, so I thought I'd gotten everyone. I will do that in a sec. But now, Jerry, where did Jerry go?
Oh, I was here and I was large, and now I'm gone. Here I am.
Yeah, I had to bring you back down to size. Okay, where is everyone else? Oh,
Yeah, we're all here.
okay, yeah, so down here is where you're supposed to be. As you all arrive at the entrance, everyone's just sort of caught up with each other. Let me know if anyone doesn't have a token. But the smithy is still open. It's just sort of getting into the evening, nearing sunset.
Oh no, evening.
So it shouldn't take long. Shit.
That sounds
Yes.
good. Shouldn't take a long
I
time.
don't remember. I don't
Elias,
remember
give me a
the
perception check
guy.
as you walk in and very characteristically stop freeze up.
Why is that such an Elias thing to do?
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, I feel like as you sort of walk in, you look to the one side and you see, yeah, everything's just as you remember it, and you're happily strolling into the smith. As you just turn and look to where you're supposed to be picking up your items, you see the guy you're supposed to be picking it up from, and only at the last moment, as everyone's just arriving behind you, you notice the people he's talking to, and you easily recognize them as a bunch of Shirakorp thugs. The one in the middle, you know in particular, the one that's actually talking to him, and this woman has her back to you. You know her name as Akodo Miyame, but yeah, you've already fully walked in, and they've probably seen you walk in. Well, actually, no, they might not have seen you because your stealth is ridiculous, but it took you far too long to actually notice them. So we'll say you actually got to about here before you know.
Hey guys, how's spirit fighting? Why do you guys look like shit?
Oh, Sakura notices and she points to Seto and tells the guy, "Oh look, it's Seto. He's my favorite." And she's like tearing up.
What the fuck?
Did you
Saw
guys
him like
expect
20 minutes ago.
What the fuck happened, Jerry?
Giant weird
Seto, I
monster.
almost died again.
Why does it look like Eliza's seen a ghost?
Why are you asking me?
Don't worry about it. Hey, who's good for another fight, just in case, hypothetically?
I mean, I still
You-
got all
Nope.
my spells ready. Who we
You
fighting?
got him to fight?
No. I might get into a fight.
I mean, Seto and I just fought some fish. How hard can it be? Mostly Seto, though.
You fish? Like,
Don't worry about
sorry? You know what? Sure.
it.
I'm more surprised about you fighting fish than summoning a fucking god.
I mean, I'd be surprised too. I'm not the fisherman type, but I wasn't fishing. It was more Seto. You should have seen him. He was like, somehow he just grabbed them out of the water very quickly, and he was walking on water as well.
I just kind of peer over to Seta. Well,
Nothing.
tabaxis.
Yeah, it's not that deep. I don't know why everybody's making a fuss out of it.
Sakura kind of just nods and says, "Yeah, it sounds like Seto to me." Obviously, you haven't seen him walk on walls.
I just want to keep an eye out, ear out for whatever. What do you call him? You just said in it. Her. She's saying.
Wait, what?
The boy that is carrying Sakura will sort of try and bow to you while he's holding her, and he just says to you, "Lord Shiba, it is an honor," and you will immediately get the impression by what he's wearing and just the way he looks that he works for Sakura's father, the person who gave you that sword knot.
Why did he hold me? Okay. Uh, I'll just I'm not gonna do a full bow, just like a head bow, if that makes sense. Just a nod
Yeah.
to acknowledge him, and just that, like, quickly ask him to explain to me what the hell happened, while keeping an eye on everybody on the party as to what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, he'll start explaining to you that that all of them were brave enough to actually help the soul of Lady Doji. They have seen incredible battle today. It is a miracle that they even survived. And he just sort of starts explaining what has just happened between him and Sakura. Like they'll be explaining the situation to you. But meanwhile, Elias can give me uh, another perception check to try and overhear those conversations.
So who is this lady Elias? Is she you have a crush on her? Oh no, she's your ex, isn't she?
Um, I'm not sure what kind of exes you have, but I guess you could say that she is trying to kill me. Probably.
I mean, if I had an ex, that would sound about right.
Yeah, you hear Yoshi saying, "Yes, I think here they come now." But you can hear that you can hear the conversation. She seems to be trying to like intimidate him into telling him where you are, whereas it's like they're clearly here looking for you, and they seem to have tracked you here, and you would probably understand why. That's why you are returning here as well. But as you're overhearing this, you see her just look over her shoulder at you, and you just see a sly smile spread across her face as you notice there are a couple of thugs standing around you, a couple of these Shira guys that she's brought with them, mostly just like these guys aren't um, like this is an assassin force basically. Like they've been this is like a kill squad that might get sent out, but not a particularly good one.
Ooh, definitely an ex with an ex.
And just toward her, you've traveled far, haven't you?
Elias, darling, it is so good to see you again. I heard you
Quit
made
it.
I heard you made the big man very angry. I was hoping I would
Which
find you here.
which big man?
Oh, the big boss himself, and you'll just see the Yoshi behind her just like breathe a sigh of relief as he doesn't have to deal with her anymore. And the group sort of turns to look at you as she starts approaching you.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna sort of walk past and just as I do, keep talking, I'm listening.
Ooh,
I'll I'll bow
basically
to
Elias is
Yoshi and
fighting you
just
right now.
I'll just bow to Yoshi and just quickly ask, how much was it again?
Uh, oh yes, so I'm afraid I've not dealt with too many of these kinds of things before. We just put a kinetic bowstring on it, but I I think you paid in advance, didn't you?
Did I?
I think you
I
did
don't believe
already
I
pay
did.
for this. Oh,
No, I didn't. Not.
okay. Yeah, I think it was like 20 koku or something for the upgrade.
Alright. Well
I
then.
honestly can't remember.
Well, 20 cocoa it is. So that's that out, and I think that should be then paid.
You will hear the voice from behind you as the woman she says, "Ah, yes, I assume that the little custom piece he's making is for you. I nearly bought it myself. and you can see that there is next to this the upgraded equipment that you get, which by the way, you now that crossbow gains a +1 because it has a kinetic bowstring on it, and the which just adds a bit of extra impact, and the eye is upgraded, so you can use the upgraded features of that. But you will see next to it there is an ornate looking box that looks around the same sort of size as your hand crossbow, like it might have fit in there, but that just seems to be sitting next to him.
Can I roll an investigation just to see if I can figure anything out without touching?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I heard like a sad sound, and then I saw 24.
it wasn't
This
that
is
one.
yeah, so it is closed, but I will say, because with 24, as you're sort of looking down at it, trying to wonder what would be in there, you see the that Yoshi just notices you looking at it, and he opens the box, and what you see inside is possibly the most beautiful weapon you may have ever laid eyes on. It is a like silver and gold revolver that is it is a looks similar to the rifles that you saw, but this is a like 6-shot revolver that looks like it is made for a god. It is beautifully crafted.
My lord, that is a lovely piece. If you don't mind me asking, who's it for?
Well, so I was actually going to show it to you. I heard you were uh, completing your Genpuku ceremony. I thought it perhaps might make a good replacement for a part of your daisho if you prefer weapons like these crossbows, are they? And you see the woman standing next to you just turns her head and like she smirks as she says, "Wow, been gone from us only a few days and moving up in the world, eh? Becoming samurai, I see."
Oh, there's a reason I left. I thought you'd figure that out by yourself.
Well, I'd heard rumors, but I didn't want to pay any mind to it. And new friends as well, as she notices the rest of you. What are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, June is
Sakura is
walked
busy
up.
telling. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
sorry. No, you can go
Oh,
first.
okay, sorry. Okay. Sakura is busy telling Seto about how rude Sumihima was. Basically, she's just complaining about her to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She also tells him, "I knew you would have killed me if I died." Like, gosh, yeah. So yeah. So she's busy telling him about that whole all of that stuff. Yeah. Gossiping because it's been a couple of hours since I saw him. It feels like forever.
Yeah, between you, Rika, and Seto, you're doing a lot of like catching up there.
Yeah.
And June, what did you say you were doing?
Yeah, June, when she's mentioning about gathering information and stuff about the party and stuff, June comes up right behind her and says, "Well, your information gathering is really subpar. We're not even trying to hide, and you can't even find out any information about us."
She sighs and she goes, "Oh, it's true. We've lost our best investigator, and we're not really sure what to do about it. Won't you come back to us, Elias?"
Oh, I'm sure threatening him will really want him to come help.
Threatening?
Eh.
Who has done such a thing? And she just like sort of clutches her pearls, puts her hand to her chest as she's just looking at you, Elias, like, "What have you been telling them about us?"
You really gonna beat around the hedge?
Oh, I haven't said anything. I hold no bad blood, and well, it's not as if people haven't heard of Shira before.
yes, the good old reputation. Well, it shouldn't be ignored, but I have come to find you in the hopes that perhaps we could make amends. I'm not entirely sure what you did to make the bosses so angry, but I think it may have more to do with the children than the father, if you know what I mean.
I have an idea. Can I roll an insight check to see if she's
Yeah,
bullshitting about not knowing?
yeah, you can. And I will ask. I mean, is she your ex?
No. No.
Okay. Yeah, you're with a 24. Yeah, you definitely know her from around Kanasa. She's one of the people you would have interacted with quite a lot, and she generally, like, at the bathhouse and stuff, is generally, there have been plenty of bar fights broken out that um have been because of her, and mainly her own fault. But she has now she seems to be genuinely like ready to strike up a deal, and she doesn't seem to be violent, but she does have a kill squad with her. So you know that those guys over there are probably there in case you decide to get angry. But she seems willing to talk. Just she wants to negotiate.
Yeah, while they're
Uh,
talking, Jerry's just leaning on the blade. It's probably his side that is leaning on it, just sizing them up. The kill squad.
More like Suicide Squad.
I'll
Yeah.
just say, give me one moment, and back to you. She is that piece still available? Has someone else got their eyes on it?
And no, actually, I was asked to show it to you. We created this with scales from the Topaz Champion. Mr. Tenshiro said that you would be a fine warrior to use such a weapon. Most people, I'm afraid, don't quite know what it even is, myself included, if I'm honest. We just did some of the engravings.
I see. So how much would it cost then?
Well, sir, and nothing at all if you are going to complete the Genpuku. It is, well, I suppose you should speak to Hinaga, but it is a gift from him as a sponsor for your tournament. He understood that you don't exactly have family heritage to draw from, and you just see the woman next to you just like give this smug sort of wince, like, oh no, you've lost your family.
I will. I'm just thinking, how do I make it clear I heard her, but don't fucking care?
Oh yeah, she's not she's not trying to hide it. She's quite obviously like trying to sort of rile you up a little bit. So while this is happening, Jerry, you can give me a perception check as you eyeing these Yakuza guys out.
It should be a 19. It didn't update the character sheet with a +1 wisdom.
Oh yeah, sorry, we'll do that for the next one. But
Yeah, it's fine.
you see these guys, they are not all that well equipped. You see that their armor is nothing compared to yours. These are just a bunch of bandits and thugs. You you know for a fact that you could you could do some major damage. You could probably kill two of them in a round. It's not much of a threat to you, but they do have a reputation. The Shira Corp. These are. It's more like hurting them is going to bring bigger problems down on you than just actually the actual fight that would ensue. But you don't seem too worried about these,
Yeah,
though you do know that a lot of you are injured.
I'm just smiling under the mask, but I'm not moving or anything. I'm still in the same position.
Busy chewing on some gum.
Well, then forgive my lack of grace, but it is a gift sponsor. I'll accept.
He will close the box again and he will say, "Wonderful, sir. It will be presented to you at the festival, should you complete it, as with all the, the way that everyone gets their swords during that same ceremony. You will be presented with this weapon. I'm not sure when exactly that will be. You'll have to find out the festival schedule from one of the nobles. I'm not sure." But you see, he's quite nervous, like that. This woman is clearly, she was looking for you a few minutes before, is just, you see her lift her hand and click her fingers as she produces a flame into her hand and lights a cigarette, and is just standing there now, sort of watching you and smoking.
Sorry. I had the brief thought of creating 10 gallons of water to put it out.
Well, she is sort of looking you up and down, really, like trying to see if there's anything different about you. Uh, Is there? Have you got any sort of obvious effects um, from all of those things at this point?
Not unless I'm consistently soaked, no?
Yeah, no. Also, with your passive stealth, I think you've probably managed to conceal anything that was showing up. Is anyone else doing anything here? Is she is just watching him tensely?
I'm so tempted to try and tie a shoelaces or something.
Sakura kind of like looks towards the situation, having no context, and she looks at Seth and she's like, "Oh, I think that lady might have a crush on Elias. Look at how she's looking at him."
Sakura, you can roll me an insight check as you
Oh.
try to figure out if this lady has a crush on Elias.
I love how everybody's just shipping these two together.
She very well might just be here to kill me, but somehow.
It's part of the profession in the Yakuza, didn't you know that?
Yeah, need a girlfriend that will actually just kill me. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Sakura, she seems like a broken-hearted, like she's probably loved Elias forever, and he's rejected her multiple times. She looks like Elias has friend-zoned her, and she's
fuck.
here looking smug. She definitely has a crush on Elias. Yeah.
Like every time Elias looks away, she's just biting a bottom lip.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, at first, Elias, to you, you're pretty sure she's looking for like signs of elemental or something like that. But to the rest of you, she's just checking him out.
Oh, fucking.
Sakura,
It's like under.
Sakura mentally contacts her and is like, "Oh, you like Elias? Do you want me to set you up with him? I know him."
You see her cheeks go bright red as she looks away from him immediately and tries to figure out where the fuck that voice just came from. And she like moves her hand to her sword, and like, and she legitimately
Behind
looks
you.
both embarrassed and pissed at the same time. Like, she just looks around, but she can't tell that it was you.
Behind you.
June,
I have the pink hair.
June
There's
seeing this
a guy with
reaction.
wings carrying.
June
Pretty
seeing this
noticeable.
reaction will say, she's getting into your head, isn't she?
She just like as you're saying this, June, you see her eyes settle on Sakura, who's still in the arms of this winged boy and standing next to Seto, and she like, you see her grip her sword and then just release it, realizing that okay, she's first of all injured, and the two that she's standing with, and then she sees Jerry, and you see this look of embarrassment change to confusion, and then she's just she says to you again, Elias, she goes, "Are these the people you're traveling with? It's a strange bunch you have." And she just like sees Estrella standing there as well. She's just looking over this group. Like, okay, Elias,
And in
you
in the
changed your crew.
most in the most transparent way possible, I just say, you honestly don't even know half of it.
The gift.
In her mind, she just hears Jin. Yes, I can read your mind too.
that gif is 100% accurate. It's
Oh, the crazy
and
girlfriend.
Elias, you would know. You've seen her set people on fire, like just for no reason. This chick is nuts, but and there's a good reason you've stayed away from her. But she also makes a fairly decent assassin in that she doesn't generally leave her targets alive. So in this moment, you might be glad for the little crushes and interest that she's shown before, because she seems to be willing to not just uh, attack you from the shadows. She wants to talk to you. So she'll say, "Is there maybe somewhere we can go to talk that isn't so crowded?" And she just looks at Yoshi, who's like, "Oh, please, anytime." And he just like waves his hand as if to shoo you away.
Enjoy
That's
the
not going
talk.
to work.
Enjoy the talk, Elias. Jin walks away.
In any case, though, well, my time isn't very generous, so for
Use
now,
protection.
You're 16. You won't go to the brothel, but you'll say that.
Sorry, that was his Kate, not his, not his Sakura. She doesn't know about that shit. That was his Kate.
What was the name of the head smith? Head blacksmith?
Yoshi.
Yoshi, Takita Yoshi.
Yeah, I'll
Ooh,
just
someone
approach
winked
him
at June.
I'll just approach him and ask if
Wait, what?
like, if I can talk to him away from the group. So
He'll just
so he
nod
can talk
emphatically and say,
privately.
"Oh yes, please," and he'll sort of lead you into his little. Oh, you're leading him away there,
Oh
so
no, if
he'll.
he leads somewhere, then he'll lead. I'll follow him.
Yeah, he'll just lead you into his little shop that he's got here, and
Yeah, sure.
say, "Yes, so how may I help you?"
I just pull out the bag of holding and start searching for the piece of armor I have. When I finally just pull it out and place it on the table. How good are you with enchanting armor?
Oh, yes, we can definitely do that. There's a few of us around here that have got different skills depending on what you're looking for. But yes, I'm mainly the Tsubakoshi. I create hand guards for swords mostly, but any sort of smaller metal fittings, things like that, I could help you with. If you're looking for enchantments, I might be able to help you out.
I need to transfer the magic from this armor, and it puts the one it just pulled out to the one I'm wearing.
Okay, so which one are you pulling out there?
The Mage Hunter General.
Okay, and
Think I linked it?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
I did.
I just want to
I
see the
managed to
effect.
fix. I managed to fix it. I had to give it permission for Beyond 20 to use different URLs, and now it works.
Oh, cool. Okay. Then yeah, he'll sort of take a look at it and he'll say, I'm afraid this is perhaps a little bit beyond my capabilities. So as I said, my specialties are with hand guards and mostly sword fittings. I think it would require a talented armorsmith to actually craft something like this, or to transfer these enchantments without breaking the item. That is my main worry.
You wouldn't by any chance have one here, or no one.
I do know of one. You are with them as well, correct? You're going to the festival?
Yeah.
Well, then I would recommend taking it there. The Smith in Nishizawa is amazing with these kinds of things, and they do a lot of discounted armor smithing before the tests. They do a lot of that for, you know, people that are wearing armor for the first time will get things fitted for this Genpuku, but it seems like you already know your way around it. I would recommend talking to him. Dwarven man, he has a little kobold that works with him. You should be able to recognize him easily.
All right. Thank you for your help.
I'm sorry I couldn't do more, sir. Is there anything I can help with other than that? And he sort of looks down at your sword, and you see his eyes go wide for a second, like, oh, damn, okay. You're already carrying some steel for someone that's not even a samurai yet.
That's the only thing I needed for the ceremony.
Well, then I would highly recommend the Smiths in Nishizawa. I may be going there myself, so perhaps if he is unable to help you, I will do what I can there.
Thank you.
Yeah, he'll give you a bow, and then just he stays sitting there, just looking towards the shoji doors and seeing that everyone's still outside. What's everyone out there doing?
Jin's just giggling with Sakura about Elias and the.
She also needs to catch up June on Sumihime and her shenanigans. So she gossips.
Yeah, you will see that one of the Yakuza guys keeps making eyes at you as well, June, and is sort of like, it's disgusting. He's being real pig about it, but yeah, you'll.
That, don't worry.
Sakura will probably notice it and be like, "Bro, can you stop?"
Yeah, he looks down at you, and you can see him like considering for a second whether or not he wants to be as piggish towards this girl, but then makes eye contact with the guy that's holding you, and he just sort of like rests his hand on his sword and laughs, says something to his friend, but they clearly just asshole thugs.
I'm so tempted to cast a spell on him. I'm so tempted.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to try. You. What is?
Is my can Sakura look up at her? Is he making like scary eyes at them?
Yeah, I mean, a certain kind of scary. You don't think these people would necessarily pose much of a threat to you in combat, but he's being a real creep. These are clearly like the reputation you've heard of the Shira Corporation as like thugs, and like these are some of the bad ones. Compared to, like, you've been hanging out with Elias, who's definitely you're like, oh, he must have gotten out of there for the right reason, because these people are disgusting.
Can I cast polymorph to turn him into a toad?
Absolutely, you can. What save does he have to make?
It's a wisdom save. DC 18.
Going to the bathroom.
Okay, so this guy, as he's just like saying something to his friend, and they're like both chuckling, he looks back at you and describe what it looks like as you transform him into a toad.
This is gets transformed into the June just waves her hand basically, and it looks like small parts of him gets shrunk into him, as he gets. It looks pretty disturbing as different parts of him start turning into this thing, and he gets turned into the fattest toad ever with boils coming off of him. And then once he's in toad form, June just blows a kiss to him.
But
Sakura turns it pink.
Pink toad.
Yeah.
You see the guy next to him, like, you see the guy next to him that was laughing along with him as the other guy's eyes just go wide and he transforms into this toad. You see the guy next to him just freak out and he puts his hands up in the air looking at you and he goes, oh, no, no, and he just starts
she
shaking
turns
his
him
head.
pink as well.
Okay. You're just changing this one's color.
Yeah.
He just looks down
I'm
at his
just
hands
using
and goes, oh,
prestidigitation.
Oh, these poor dudes. Poor thugs.
oh my
They don't
god.
know what they get themselves into.
you hear the woman that is still standing next to Elias. She like looks over and sees this and she goes, hey, you two, stop messing around. What are you doing? And he just looks at her and he goes, I'm fucking pink. What the? And he's just so confused as to how these two how you even did that. They clearly not
Sakura just like
past it.
Turned into a toad.
just-
I don't know what's happening.
just to like
Sounded
make
very
things just to like freak him out a bit more. She's like, well, I mean, we told to both of them telepathically. She's like, well, I told you to leave her alone.
You hear this. Just, yeah.
That was such a great toad noise.
Oh, to have the simple life of a toad, I envy him.
Z walks out with like limping and with her pipe in her mouth and like a black eye as she just looks over and she looks down at her pipe again and she goes, Jesus, I've got to stop. I've really got to stop. And she just turns around and walks away again. So yeah, Elias, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Are you
by the
sort
way,
of-
the polymorph will last an hour.
Yeah, the pink will also last an hour.
Well, me, I don't have much to add. So, to fucking name, Miami. Just say this. Well, this can be discussed later, but for now, I don't quite have the time. So, till then, goodbye. And
Oh, we'll
just
see each other again, Elias. I promise. And she's just like smoking her cigarette. But as you're saying this and as you're turning away dramatically, um, this bronze dragon wormling comes running along the ground next to you, like snarling and just flapping its wings as it runs past all of you and starts chasing the toad as it just starts hopping away frantically. And the pink man starts running after them, going, no, 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 Beaver, no way! And he's just running after his friend as the three of them go chasing each other. And you see the woman that she was like about to try and say something cocky to you, Elias, but then she sees the idiots that she's with and she decides against it and she just stands there puffing on her cigarette. Yeah, next time.
final thing.
Oh my god.
Man, Elias, you never told me that the Shiro filled with a bunch of clowns. So much shit being
I have
thrown.
never told you much about Shira at all. But final thing, Miami, don't delude yourself to thinking Shira cares about you.
You see her genuinely like considering that as you just probably don't even wait to see her response and dramatically like turn away. yeah, there is no response. The other two are kind of looking at her, conflicted as to where you go, and you can hear the other man screaming as the toad has just jumped off the cliff and is being chased still by the dragon, and he's going, no, pretty far. But that is everyone. I mean, they don't seem like they're going to start any shit with you guys right now. Is everyone going to head out of the smithy, or is there still stuff you want to do here?
Wait, why was that dude coming towards us? Is he gonna
Me?
try to talk to us? No, the dude. Wait, the dude with the white hair and looks like horns.
Estrella?
Wait, what? What the fuck?
Who's that dude?
I thought that was like a random dude. But like, okay, now that it's
Australia with a
zoomed
fake
in, I can
name.
kind of see it better. I thought it was like an old dude with like horns, just like waiting to talk to us, just sitting in.
Oh my god.
Okay, never mind.
Jesus.
Okay, so yeah, where are you guys heading from here?
What other tasks do we have to do?
Report back. Lady Doji.
Get some rings.
Yeah,
Satisfy
ask for
rings.
fire ring.
You know what? I'd like to thank you guys for not saying electrical.
Nothing. What?
Don't worry about it.
So you guys will also see, as you're sort of coming out here and going onto the road, you will see Hinaga Tenshiro walking into the castle with a Kenku next to him. And you'll see him just off in the distance. And it seems like they're also heading towards the castle at the moment.
Huh.
Yeah, just out of not character, but how far away is Nishizawa from Taton? This is where the ceremony is, right?
Yeah, that's where the Genpuku is going to be held. That's where you guys were arrested. The first
Yeah.
time.
How far is it from Taton?
It's pretty far. It's about the same distance. I can show you the big. I'm not sure exactly the distance, but it's Kunasa is sort of between Taton and Nishizawa. Yeah.
Because I do have something I want to do, but it's not in Taton. I don't know how
Oh
long
no.
it will take, so
Oh no.
the map
I
is
clicked.
stuck.
Oh.
I clicked on. Oh, it moved us across somehow.
It still says loading home screen for me.
Yeah. We're all the way on the map, but that's
Stuck on 99.
fine.
No, I for some reason, I think there's. Don't click on anything because I think the
I'm here.
staircases aren't locked anymore.
I'm here now.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's a few days to get there.
No, not by airship. Yeah, by
I was
horse it would
assuming.
probably be a few days.
Okay.
Or I can just teleport us there.
That's a good point. Anyway, just assessing like it's a later plan for myself. Okay, continue on this thing.
Yeah, the only thing, I mean, you guys were told that you were supposed to go to Taton to pick up Sashimano banners before you went to the festival, but other than that, it would just be going to Nishizawa. That I don't think it would be that difficult to get there in time. It is, yeah. I mean, it's only the 30th. You've still got 2 days before the actual festival.
Oh my god, we have 2 days. So much time suddenly.
Oh shit. Sakura's birthday is tomorrow.
No, wait, hold on, because we need to actually establish this. I thought your birthday was on the 1st. That's what you said in the beginning.
Wasn't it it was either the 31st or the 33rd, if that exists, because I like the numbers 31 and 33.
Yeah, but that was the thing, is that at the time we made it the 1st because that was the day. That's when spring is supposed to start. It started early this year,
Okay.
but because there are 32 days in the month, so then we decided you were like between 31 and the 1st. I thought you decided on the 1st because that's also when spring starts. Like that
33rd
was
could be
Wasn't
considered
wasn't
the
that part
first
of
of
the
the
point?
next month.
Yeah, that is basically the 33rd.
I have no idea. It should be in my, not in my character sheet, but on the arena page for Sakura.
Yeah, I've always had it noted down as the 1st. I keep meaning to ask you about
Okay.
it.
Let's go with the first then.
Okay, yeah, because it was. I think the original thing was meant to be like the last day of the month or the 1st, but it just for simplicity's sake, because I do actually have stuff planned around that. We're gonna say it's the 1st. So if that, because that's spring day. That's the day that the festival starts, is on the 1st. And
No.
that's the spring festival. It's when the sakura blossom blooms. Usually, there's a sakura blossom. The reason that it is so famous is because they don't usually last very long. They usually bloom and then they're only there for like a couple of days, maybe a few weeks, and then they're gone. Whereas the sakura forest is like an evergreen cherry blossom forest, but spring has come early this year, which I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but we are going to, before we end the session, because we started so late, do you guys mind going a little bit more?
Yeah,
I don't
No,
mind.
no.
I'm done.
Okay, then we're going to cut over to the castle, and I'm going to put your tokens down in a minute. As you approach the castle, you will realize that it is snowing around it, much like it did when you first saw the daimyo. And this, you will have realized by now, is a sign that the daimyo is home.
Oh.
The heck was that sound?
I guess Straya just connected some dots. I'm not sure if it's she connected the right ones, but connected some.
Well, it's also
Fuck,
funny
is he an
because
elemental?
he's a Yuki.
Bam, bam, bam.
Sakura looks at the snow and she's just like, ooh, kide. But like softly. She's just appreciating the beauty of the snow.
The guy that is carrying you when you reach the doors will say, "I'm afraid I'm not permitted to pass through these doors, but I can leave you here if you're feeling a little bit better."
She nods. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Come visit us in the forest sometime. I would love to see you again. And it was so nice to meet all of you. And he just gives a like short bow to each of you as he sort of puts Sakura down, and then just gives a deep bow to you, Seto, as and like a nod with like an understanding that you'll look after her.
I'll nod back and thank him for being a carrier.
Sakura also bows to him and says, that she will come visit.
He says, "Oh, good. There are some kitsune that would really love to meet you, but I'll see you soon." And he
Ooh,
bamps out
Majide.
his wings spread out, and he just, with one flap of the wings, just rockets up into the sky and into the clouds as he flies away. But
Ooh.
the doors there are open. You guys can. You should be able to see your tokens now.
I'm assuming this is the front door. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been here before. It's because it's the snowy version you haven't seen.
I just don't remember the place, I'll be honest. I'm done. Door stuck!
Door stuck. Door.
Please! I beg you! We're dead! You're genuine!
Estrella, as you turn the corner there, you will see Hinaga Tenshiro busy speaking with the daimyo, and standing behind him, there is a kenku on one side of him, a rather like fairly short-looking figure, but wearing very fancy-looking like noble robes with a katana on his side, and he looks like buff for a kenku. And also standing next to him is the curator Kakita Kaizen, as they are all standing there. And it sounds like, as you are all getting in there, that Hinaga is busy talking to the daimyo about doing your tests. So yeah, you can see them sort of conversing. All of you see this as you're walking in. What do you guys think?
I was assuming Australia was leading this conversation. She's in front of us all.
Just kind of standing there, waiting for them to be done. Can I hear what they're saying?
Yeah, it's quite clear. Hinaga is just asking permission to conduct the tests for outsiders, basically. And you guys, yeah, I mean, you'd easily be able to overhear. He's suggesting that he face, or that June face the master here, the Kenku, who is one of the masters of the Duelists Academy, as is Kakita Kaizen, who he's suggesting lead the air ring test. And the daimyo, his response is that the duel will be all right, but there is the shinobi school are going to be doing their air ring test tonight. So if he would like to join them at the communications hub, he is welcome to. Otherwise, they are welcome to do a personalized test here at the castle. He would also very much like to see the duel take place. So he's suggesting that they actually do the duel here, and Hinaga agrees just that he agrees that it would probably be a good idea, and that is when they notice you all arrive. So is anyone getting involved there, as they all seem to notice your presence?
Not
Well,
me.
well, the faster. Daring.
The Kenku will turn around and say, "So, which one is June?"
That would be me. And June will step forward.
Are you prepared for your trial? They say they want to do it here.
I mean, as ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Then this should be fun. Lord Daimyo, we will prepare ourselves and uh, duel in the regular room, yes? And the daimyo just nods. And then the kenku walks up to you and he says, all right, follow me. This is going to be a fun one. And he just leads you, he sort of shuffles past you and leads you towards another door. He seems quite confident in himself, but he is much shorter than you, this creature.
Well, wish me luck, everybody.
Oh, they can come and watch. I just thought we should probably go over the rules, make sure that you're ready for this. I don't want to test someone that isn't.
Tata will follow June with Tuck around his back, just carrying her around, just to see the entire thing.
Yeah, you'll see on either side of um, this place there are places for people to sit. You'd easily be able to sit and watch from in there, but we will get back to you guys in a minute as he just starts um, basically describing the rules of a duel. If you don't know them, and just trying to get a bit of background on you, June, is there anything you want to ask him or tell him about?
So, all magic is allowed, right?
Of course, anything you wish to use in the fight is permitted, but let's try not to damage the daimyo's home. This is only a trial. We are not here to kill each other. But don't worry, the daimyo has healers. Uh, if either of us are injured, they will take care of us. So don't hold back. The point is to try and overwhelm me, remember. The fire ring is the way.
So, define overwhelm. Do I have to knock you out, hurt you a lot, or maybe, yeah, just define that.
Yes, if you can knock me unconscious, or if you make me submit. Have you entered a fighting tournament before? And he will it's basically like UFC rules.
Okay, gotcha. So if I make you give up, then I win. Gotcha.
Oh, you're going to be a fun one, aren't you? And you see, he just like starts stretching a little bit, like preparing himself. Um, Meanwhile, back in the throne room, the rest of you will see that they seem to be sort of concluding their business and getting ready to go and watch themselves. Is anyone else doing anything there?
Yeah, out of character, you mentioned that we have to go grab flags. Was it from Toto or somewhere else?
From Toto, yeah. That was from the son of Daichi. What's his name? Kinji.
Who's here? Elias is here. I trust Elias. I just come to Elias
Sorry?
and tell him I'm approaching you, Elias.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. I just heard my name.
Fine. I have some business to take care of. I'll return it tomorrow. The rest of the team has magic to contact me in case. Unless he's saying anything, I'm heading out.
Um, Sorry, could you run that by me one more time?
I have some business to take care of out of Taton. I'll be here tomorrow morning. The rest of the team has magical means to contact me in case they need to.
Okay. Do you not want the others to know?
They have some. You can tell them later. In the middle of something.
Alright, I'll just nod. Good luck with whatever you need to do.
I don't need luck. I'll just head out.
Okay. Do you want to tell us where you're going, or
I'm going to grab the flags first. We don't have to switch maps for it. If it's
wait, you're
if we
going
want.
to Toto?
Yeah, on the ship.
Okay.
I have some places I need to be.
Okay. Y- Okay, so you're gonna go fly across the country while they're doing their tests. How fast do you think you are?
I don't know. It didn't look that far away on the map.
Okay.
To be fair, Kika's much thinner than it is long, so depending on how you say other side of the country.
Yeah, it's south, not west.
Yeah, it took you the whole fucking campaign to get here. What do you? So
Yeah, we
now
did
you're
it
just like, oh no, I'm
total.
just gonna pop back. Are you teleporting? Or are you taking the ship?
I'm taking the ship.
Okay.
If it will take me more, then take me more.
You're not here next week, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Guess that's where Jerry is. Okay, so yeah, Jerry leaves.
Just gone.
Yeah, I'm not moving you through to the door. What can you still
No, it's
see?
fine. Yeah, I can see everything.
Refuses to elaborate, leaves.
I just like no, I like the idea. Just like okay, I'm gonna go. I'll see you. Doesn't walk away, just disappears on the spot.
To be
Like-
fair, I think some of you actually do have spells that do that. It's not the strangest thing I've seen today.
Oh man, I could just imagine Jerry being like having like the best luck and just having like spiked teleport like the entire way and it's been like
It's like seeing someone disconnect on a Source Engine game. No smoke, no nothing, just
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, I love Jerry. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna just go. Just I'll be back some other time. Refuses to elaborate, leaves.
I said tomorrow.
Yeah, to be fair, it is like almost 9 o'clock in the evening.
And I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say that I'm going to the forge near Toto because we said we are not from the Red Dragon clan.
Yeah, well played, actually. Okay, well then, in that case, I think we're going to sort of wrap things up here, and we will pick things up next week with the duel, and that will explain Jerry's absence. But is anyone else wanting to do anything in here? Like mainly Estrella, Elias, and Sakura? Where are you guys
I'd like to just quickly talk to Sumihime if she's around.
Oh yeah, she has come back. You'll have to sort of look around for her a bit, but you will find that she is. Yeah, she's sitting down by the table.
Yeah, if my plan works, I feel bad for this Kenku.
Yeah, I think we'll. I mean, I would love to play through it now, but I think it's getting on a little bit. But yeah, you will say that Elias, you go looking for Sumihime, and you'll be able to find her. I honestly, there's something's gone wrong with her token. I don't know where it showed up.
Why the hell does Australia's token look like something from Hasbin Hotel?
Yeah, I don't remember uploading that picture ever. Is that one of the buttons I gave you?
it is one of the buttons.
God, that was a long time ago. I've got much cooler tokens for you now.
Yeah, there is some tokens that I really like the one in row 3 I really like.
I mean, that
Yeah, Seto carried Sakura to the room, so she's just also sitting watching now.
So, Toph, I think Sakura prefers the old man.
Hmm?
Say what now?
that's actually one of the more accurate ones. The rest maybe not. But
What?
this other Australia. So yeah, as you've sat down and are ready to watch. Australia, you're sort of sitting in front of the door there. Are you aware of that? But
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. But just you are sitting back against the door. But also Z you'll follow Z to find Sumihime as well. Elias, she's just through here. So if you go down into the room below,
I'm trying so hard. Okay.
it says here, Elias, over here.
Hello. How do you know I was looking for you?
No, well, Z watched you walk down into 3 different rooms, clearly searching, and had in the meantime found Sumihime herself and figured you were both looking for the same thing. But Sumihime is just sitting here and she just nods and says, nice. I was hoping to see you tonight again. Sorry about all that business with the mask, but are you are you here to give it back, or? And she just looks confused as to why you've approached her.
Yeah. I just, not to sort of insult your decision making, I just don't think it's quite fair, Sakura. Everyone at the time was quite under the wind, and oh,
Yes, well, I'm not sure what you saw, but that little brat, after what I've heard from all of your fights, I mean, I heard that she didn't even help you fight the Phoenix. She just stood there talking to it, and then she berates me for trying to calm my own mother. No, thank you. If you do want to reject this offering, then I won't hold it against you. But I cannot trust her to to keep these kinds of secrets, and a lesson will have to be taught. And she'll sort of put a hand out as though to accept your rejection of the mask.
I'll give her back the mask, but also just ask, secrets?
She looks at Z, and Z goes, "Yeah, the red demons. You, I mean, that's what we're asking you to join here. That's what the masks are for. It's her." And she points at Sumihime, and the red demon is something that it's like a myth almost that it's like this, like almost like a vigilante or something that has been doing all sorts of shit throughout Keegan. Often people blame the Red Demon for problems. You've heard many people that have been owed money and or that have owed money to the Shira Corporation and stuff like that that have blamed the Red Demon for missing supplies or reasons why they couldn't pay. And it it seemed like more of an urban legend. And now you realize that the mask is the mask that everyone is so scared of, are these red masks. But Z is saying that it is the princess of Kiga. The shogun's daughter is the red demon.
I see.
She sighs and goes, "I had hoped that you might be interested in joining us and our cause, but I understand if you're not too eager to join a new organization just yet."
Oh, I'll definitely keep my mind open, and down the line, there's a good chance I will if the choice comes again. But for now, well, a lot has happened.
She'll nod and say, "Well, let me know if you do change your mind, but until then, I trust that you will keep your discretion."
I'll just nod my head.
Thank you. And she will just go back. And thank you for that business with my mother today. I've really never seen her that angry before. I hope that you're all right. And Z just sort of like sighs as she leans back against the wall and just shakes her head. Like, no, we got fucked up.
You got fucked up.
Yeah, I nearly died like twice. Oh, I owe Jerry so much.
Well, everyone's fine now, and at the end, I suppose that's what matters, eh?
Indeed. And you'll just see Sumihime just sip on a cup of sake that she's got in front of her.
Oh, I'll be going to watch June's trial, so I'll see you in a bit.
Z goes, "Oh shit, now okay," and like heaves herself back to her feet with a groan, and they will actually follow after you to also go and watch.
Right.
Yeah, as you guys enter the room, you see these little stars like spawn out around June as she casts Crown of Stars to prepare for the fight.
Uh-oh.
All right. As you're doing that, you see the Kenku just like click his neck and go stand opposite you, and then he matches your stance, and you see a few stars appear around him as well.
Oh shit! Okay.
And Estrella will be like up to guys and oh, I thought you were talk with Belfred.
I have no intention of getting back to her. I just feel slightly guilty about the thought of fighting her. I'd just rather not deal with her entirely.
You'll see a bard set himself down in the corner and get ready, and as he just prepares to play some music for the fight. And with that, we will end our session here and pick things up next week where the battle begins.